As the players say, game on. And that's what they say in darts, not Scrabble. How dare they introduce a dance reference to Scrabble? But it's full start. And he is drawing letters out of a bag made of fabric. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Huh. Those last three weren't so great, but those first four were really awesome. I'm not seeing anything. I don't know if there is a bonus here. I'll have to look it up at some point. But Piotr has some nice letters. They're really nice. It's got the Q and the U and some nice other letters that go with them. Confirmed, Paul does not have a bonus. Oh, how he probably wishes he could go second. How many times does that happen though? You're like, you draw a rack with a blank on, you're like, yeah, I have a blank. You see the rest of your 6 letters and you're like, no, I want to go second. I need those floaters. And you're like, well, I can't just pass. So he's going to play trim.
12.
Sure, he was hoping for more when he saw the first 4 letters on his rack. So now Piotr is finding a way to maximise his Q. He's lining up Aquifer. That's probably the highest scoring. Maybe the best because it gets rid of both the Q and the F. 41 is a lot of points though. I think I may have preferred Fakir though. Because you keep thinking wrong. But I'm sure they're about even anyway. And opening out 2 double doubles, you know, that can always be a good thing. So Paul has some letters, some duplicates, and an X. I mean, that's going to ruin his chances, but I'm sure he's going to play racks for like 40 points. It's a lot of points. You know, and I'm sure he's not going to pass down this opportunity to score a lot with the X as well. He'd like to get rid of one of the duplicate ends, but unfortunately that's not going to happen because you can't have NAX. But it's 38 points, but nothing too terrible. He may only be worried about something like coming underneath Axe for 35, 40 points. Oh yeah, Trimaran, Catamaran. Yeah, that extension. That would have been fun, but NX blank isn't a great leaf. And you're not going to turn down an almost 40-point X score. So Canary. I mean, Paul keeps drawing all these awkward consonants, isn't he? Why does my phone have to be so far away on the floor? Don't worry, it just feet. So yeah, Piotr is playing Herb here in the best place that he could have played any of his letters. No bonuses for him. But really he's not going to give up. You know, the kind of points that Herb is 38. Yeah. Same number of points as Rax. Why is Barclays texting me? Damn it, Barclays. So like I said, Paul Gallen has Cannelly on his rack. And he has Elincian. I didn't know that. And unfortunately, he's only got 1-8, and that's Cinnamil. I don't even know what one of those is. Is that like a mill where they make cinnamon? But no, none of his bonuses go down, and he keeps being played by these clunky consonants. Cinnamil is the univalent radical. C6H5CH double bond CHCH2 minus. Sounds radical. So I think Paul has some choices here. He can play CIL under Herb just because he can. I mean, there's not much he can do there. Or he could play something like Carney or Clary. That he's not really leaving the best things. The C's a very blocky tile, and you know, he want to get rid of both the C and the Y, but then he doesn't want to leave 2 N's. He doesn't want to leave LN, and then it just becomes so complicated to work out actually what do you want to leave. And I'm thinking Cal scores what 10, 27. 27's okay. NNY is not the best, and you open yourself up to terrible stuff. But you know, it's that or Clary maybe. But Clary closes off the top right of the board. Maybe Lycra is slightly better. At least that doesn't block it so much. But this is one where he might need to think about what he's going to play. As you should always do, you should always think about what you're going to play. Because if you don't think, you won't get anywhere. It's possible Carney is okay as well, because after Carney, Paul could expect Piotr to take the C to the triple, and then he'll have some floaters to play with as well. Now Carney would leave LN blank. Not the best leave. Maybe it's the best of all the leaves that he could potentially have so far. Oh, Cranny. Cranny's the better one, but I mean, what does it really? You know, it puts a Y in the open, blocks the 7 lane, it leaves the T out. Maybe you could still get a bonus onto the T, but it just doesn't. Like, it's probably it's the best league by far, but you know, you're going to end up getting like a 60-point bingo unless you're lucky and can extend the T to the left-hand triple. So it's quite a hard one, because everything you kind of want to do is quite defensive. Paul goes for Cranny.
22.
You know, best leave, one of the better scores. Let's see if he draws something good. In the meantime, Piotr has yucky vowels. And I can't imagine him not playing under Herb here. Oh. Paul Gallen's tactic looks to have backfired. He keeps getting these clunky consonants. I mean, what is it? What is it with him and these high-scoring consonants? I'm trying to see something for Piotr making axed. He's lined up Dewey, or DUI. I mean, I suppose that goes with the beer they were talking about drinking earlier. But, yeah, Dewey would have the best leave, doesn't open anything. It's unfortunate that he can't maximize the D axed without burning the S as well. But, you know, at least he's getting rid of some difficult letters. It is second best X. That's always nice. So Paul's probably looking at his clunky consonants and saying, what did I do to deserve these? I can't answer that question, unfortunately. But I'm sure it was something. But now he's got the trouble of trying to work out what to actually do with these consonants. And the consonants themselves don't go very well together, and the board isn't great for dumping a consonant-heavy word onto. It's like there's nowhere for blip. And now we're thinking, okay, since there's nowhere for blip, what do we do now? I mean, ideally here, if the T was still open of trim to the right, he would play Twybill, and that would clear his rack completely. But it's not. So he's got to leave now two of... He may play TWP though. But that closes up the top half of the board, and is he prepared to have a game like he did last time again? He's moved B and I to the end of his rack. I'm assuming he played buy and buy. Bye. Yeah, there wasn't much else on offer there. PW may be the most synergic of the two clunky consonants, but it's still not great. A bonus isn't coming down anytime soon, really. So, oh my god, that's hilarious. More P's, more clunky consonants. I don't know what Paul had for breakfast, but all it's giving him is, like, bad consonants. So Piotr has duplicate S's, duplicate I's, no bonus, no anything. But at least he knows he can get rid of one of his S's. You know, likely on the end of Ahi. Since the I is not that much of a risk. Bye. Probably not even a risk at all. Maybe something like Litz. Or Lots. Probably Litz. But there aren't many I's left, so maybe Lots. I'm not good at whether to leave duplicate I's or I and O. Just being defensive.
24.
I mean, it gets rid of all his duplicates, so if he draws E, it's great. And it is come out of the best static equity play. So I guess I can't argue with it. We'll just have to see which two letters he picks up. Okay. W. What is it with these players and clunky consonants? So Paul's now got to find a way to get rid of his clunky consonants. He lined up TWUP. PWP, that's the best leave. You know, it gets rid of two of them, two of the clunkiness. And it plays. Luckily for him. So I'd be really surprised if Paul didn't draw a bonus next turn. Because he's left something great. Piotr, on the other hand, doesn't have something great. Oh my god. An F? What is it? It's Clunkville. Like my sister would say, Clunkville. So Piotr's priorities: get rid of the O and the W, and maybe the L as well, depending on what the scores are like. He's just gotta play points with those two letters because they're the worst letters. It might not be possible to though. Piotr thinks he's already won. Oh, Swale. Where did that go? 8k. Wait. Yeah, I'll Scrabble. I think, considering the board dynamics, Swale would be worth doing. With 2 blanks unseen, 2 S's still to come, I like Swale. It's not really worth going for a bonus. You know, sacrificing 30 points for Swale. But I mean, Piotr's just drawn Isolate. So, I mean, he clearly knows something I don't. But now Paul's got, yeah, he's got the F and the P. 2 more clunky consonants, but these 2 actually go with the other 5 letters on the rack, and they make a word. Oh, he's lined up Pilferer. He's trying to work out where to put all the letters. Yeah, Pilferer and Free File and Pre-Life were the 2 bonuses on the rack.
66, it's an R.
Yeah, Pilferer is probably the more defensive 5 that it's listed as playable. Because it doesn't open up just next to the triple. I mean, this is still a risk. It's 1 less point and it's less aggressive and doesn't give too many floaters back either, which is always a good thing. So now Piotr has to work out what to do with Isolate, and it won't fit beside Pilferer. So he's either got to play through the P or do something else. Hopefully he spots the bonus through the P anyway. Of course, Trim does take an S in front as well, so he could always play Isolate there. If he didn't see Spoliate, and he remembered Trim, took an S in front. Isolate there would also not leave any vowels next to ice going squares and kills off Scranny and kills off the other bonus lane besides Twoop. So yeah, he doesn't know it. He hasn't seen Spoliate, and he probably doesn't know String. As in, This game is being broadcast live on stream. Yeah. So Spoliate and Isolate were the only two playable. Of course, Isolate and Stream. I think Isolate and Stream is probably the slightly more defensive one. I like that. But oh, that's just unfortunate. Pick the wrong side, Piotr.
66.
And even that, he should have known Strim or he should have seen Spoliate. They're common enough to know. Jeton. Where does Jeton go? Oh, yeah. Spoliate, I think, would have still allowed us like a 50-point J play. But, like, you're talking about, playing probably one of the worst bonuses in Isolate. Though if he does play it on the other side, Paul still gets a 50-point J play. Like, none of the bonuses were great. They all allowed something. But I think allowing the bonus probably the worst one. Spoliate was the highest scoring, so I figure that was the best. So now Piotr he's 50 points behind again. He didn't really allow. A bonus kind of just happened onto Paul's rack, in a way. And now Piotr has to catch up again. He's lined up Zupa. That's 60 points, kind of right there. That's how you catch up. He may be slightly worried that with Paul's completely new rack. Oh, he's seen oh yay. Oh yay! Oh yay! Even more points.
78.
Oh yay! 68 for Zupa. 78 for oh yay. I think, yeah, you just ignore the lead. Oh yay for points. And in a way, you have to J open the lace. And with OEA, there's no risk of like a 40-point comeback score off the Z either. So Paul's rack is horrible. Like 3 E's, 2 O's, a G, and an R. Ew. He does have the P of Pilferer. He might be lining up poor here. That will be one of the better scores. And it will stop Piotr using that as well, because you don't want him getting 40 points off it, especially now that Piotr's taken the lead with oh yay. Oh yay! I just want to say oh yay. I could say that for hours.
40.
And I mean, what this does do is it leaves Ogi parallel to Isolate for next turn if the rack doesn't improve at all. But I think more importantly for Paul, he's stopping Piotr using that spot.
30 points.
30 points himself.
That's 18. 18 and 12. Oh, sorry. 30. Yeah, sorry, 34.
Don't worry, it's too early to do that. I don't play
you
guys. And so the scores are virtually level now. Piotr has a turn in hand. His valves are ugly, but at least he has vowels. And some nice ones. And some consonants. But they might not be so nice. Doesn't look like he can do too much, because the V doesn't go well with it. Yeah, a higher gets rid of 3 of the vowels, scores 30 points.
35?
You know, it will be the best move, and it is. Despite leaving B and U together, it's still the best. And now Piotr has 2 V's. That doesn't look so great. But it's Paul's turn. He's got a nice rack that doesn't make anything. One of those. So now he's got to work out what to do to score some points. And I'm sure immediately he's looking underneath Paul and Joe here. There's 1 S and 1 blank on the scene. Like, on first glance, the only thing I can see that fits under there is sieged. And that will be a lot of points. $38. I mean, alternatively, he could make jettison. Wait, jettison double the N? No. I mean, he might as well do jettisoned here. I mean, we could get a 10-letter word on the board. That's some hype for a Sunday morning. 9-letter word. 36 points for jettisoned. You also have the advantage of taking out the S lane on jettison in the first place. The leave isn't probably perfect, and you do leave underneath Paw open. But jettisoned would distract your opponent's attention briefly. Enos Deg. The only 8 here is endogens, there are no 7s, so it's not too much to think about. Unless you're not aware that the only 8 is endogens. E-N-S-D. He may be lining something up I haven't seen. Or that I can't be bothered to roll over and type and dissolve. But I quite like jettisons. Despite the leave. Despite what it does. For some reason I just like it. It's like he's playing Geo somewhere.
19.
He's taking out the hotspot for less than 20 points. He's trying to keep the bonus letters. The jettison comes out best statically. Yeah, I don't really get Geo in the sense that it just doesn't score. And yeah, I know that he's saving bonus letters, but yeah, there's no guarantee of a bonus. Well, like it shows, and yeah, I don't really agree with Geo. I mean, if you can't really take a hotspot like that for so many points, and you've got something like jettisoned or something else, you might as well just leave it open. because he's ended up sacrificing like what is it, like 20 points to block a hotspot rather than taking 38. I think it was for jettisoned. And by not drawing a bonus, Geo kind of just becomes like a lost point opportunity. Of course, he'll just next time, won't he? Put me to shame. But it's Piotr's turn, and those two Vs are making things awkward. I can imagine here, though, considering everything, he's either going to play Varves and 8s, or he's going to do something like Suave or Suava or Vars, just making jettisons. And considering any bonus down that column making 8s is going to leave the triple, I would leave it, even though it's the most likely bonus spot. I'll still have the U for the next time, but he's going for Varves. So Varves opens out triple. That's not much of a worry considering the K is the biggest scoring tile left on Steam. Okay, I'm more convinced with Varves. Yeah, statically, like Suava and Vars. Maybe it's factored in, the kind of unlikeliness of the bonus almost. The fact that, you're getting maybe 10 more points with Suava. The V's still a blocky tile. Yeah. I mean, Vibes is nice and it blocks the bonus priority, but Jettison is still like a, with an S, with an ED, it still scores a lot. And now that the S is no longer useful on this board, I can imagine Paul doing Sedged for like 40 points. And at least it may score more like 30 points, but I can just imagine Sedged comes down here, the scores are tied, and yeah, that's just kind of, I think, what might happen. He may just do Jettison because he may feel like, because he's got the last S, the blanks unseen, maybe with Piotr drawing 6 tiles, he's drawn that blank. So, who knows? But yeah, I think Jettison is coming a turn too late. That does give Paul a slight lead, but unfortunately for him, Piotr did draw the blank. And he now has a bonus through the O of oh yay. Oh yay. I can't help but say. Pretty much every single 8 goes through that O. So it's a case of Piotr just playing one of them. So, which one is he going to play? I mean, each of the bonuses puts the D on the double letter square. So all the bonuses score the same. And I think literally just because of nothing, just preference. I think just preference, really, for these bonuses. Because none of them influence what's going to be played. None of them create like an unwanted hotspot. It's literally just which one do you prefer? Unless, Piotr's thinking, what about that E of jettisoned? And there is a bonus. And if you're familiar with, some of the Italian words, you have in Scrabble you have trecento, you have seicento. Why not have duecento? 200. So yeah, I hope you can't have like unocento, quattrocento, cinquecento. I need to look this up. What kind of centos are there? Oh, you can have up to 6. So you have cento, which is just 100. You duecento, 200, trecento, 300, quattrocento, which is 400, cinquecento, which is 500, and seicento, which is 600. Go Italian! Yeah, Piotr's lined up duecento, I think. Piotr might not know his Italian so well, though. Yeah, that's interesting. I might tell my dad, actually. Dad, how many centos do you think Scrabble goes up to? You're like, what? It's hilarious that quattrocento is in there. I didn't think something so long would be in Scrabble. Okay, Craig, you're going to have to tell me what that blank is. That could be an F or an R. Or a B. It's an R. It's an R. There we go. But yeah, duecento. The thing is about duecento, it's the best scoring, but it leaves the O open. And the E of jettisoned, while it's the higher scoring spot, the O is a lot more flexible. You could fit more bonuses around that. You could fit uned words around that O. And it's the riskiest spot that you kind of would almost prefer to take out. And yeah, it looks like Piotr's won that game. Maybe he'll ask about duecento afterwards. I'm sad that you can't have settecento. Or ottocento or novecento. It's kind of hard choice here for Paul. He knows that there's really only one bonus line left, and that's off the E of jettisoned. And because you have to have the E in the third position, it's so hard to make something fit. And he probably realizes that unless he makes some kind of opening, maybe maybe he should do lid through the I of jettisoned, because he's got the last G's, he's got the S, there's no O's left, so lid it would create probably an almost unblockable opening. I'm sure it can be blocked. You're doing something through or the T or just somehow I'm sure it's blockable. But that may be his last chance to try and make something happen. In the bag is LAA. So if he does play Lid, which it looks like he's seen, if he picks AL, he'll have Gangles or Lagans. If he picks AA, he won't have a bonus. But, that looks like the best shout that he has of trying to win this game. And he has a 66% chance of drawing the 2 letters he needs. At least we know he has a 66% chance. He's probably not sure about this, though.
10.
But yeah, he does it. So now what are you going to do, Piotr? He's got to find something that goes through Erg. Yeah, static player's not gonna be able to sim this properly and he's drawn Gangles and Lagans. Ooh, ouch. No, don't do that, Piotr. Or maybe Piotr's thinking he can outrun it.
Yeah.
10, 13, 14, 17, 21, 42, 43, 45. So after Mac, I just add 39. That'll be 4, 3, 1. And then Gangles or Lagans. Lagans scores more. So 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 98. Yeah, Lagans or Gangles wins. So it has to be blocked. The other option, I guess, is to pass. Because, there's one tile in the bag. And, Piotr's either hoping here that the A is not in the bag. Or, because Piotr doesn't want an A or a G in the bag, and that's 50%, and that percentage is just too high to even, let go. Like, he needs to block this, and I'm not seeing how it's possible to block. Ooh, Anergic. Anergic may be the winning play for Piotr. Anergic blocks Gangles. And no, don't do this. Oh no.
45.
No, Anergic may have been the winning play. Yeah, I think Anergic was the winning play. There. I don't care what this says. All of these plays are losing. Static player has created a losing play. I think Anergic may have been the winning play. Despite, whatever someone else... Despite what Quirkle says, Anergic, I think, is the winning play. That would have been, an incredible find, though. Yeah. Lagans and Gangles. Lagans scores more. It's the winning play. And, I'm sure Piotr's seen it already, and, Paul has grasped this game from the losing position. And, it's very unfortunate. But it means that Paul did play an incredible endgame there. He spotted Lid, he spotted the play
90.
that gave him a shot at winning. And yeah, Piotr's going to be very annoyed with himself. But it wasn't as easily blockable as it seems. Paul sneaks that game, steals it from Piotr.
I was in the bag.
A.